Hey, it's Sarah with Loaves and Dishes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these copycat Starbucks cream cheese Danishes, but pumpkin spice. We're amping it up a little bit. We're fully in the pumpkin spice season now. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so that you'll be notified when we upload. So first I'm making my cream cheese mixture. I'm doing a block of cream cheese, a quarter cup of sugar, and some vanilla. I said in the other Starbucks Danish video where I show you exactly how to make the copycat, you can add more sugar here. Although if you're making this pumpkin spice variant, I also put some sugar in the pumpkin spice mixture as well. So I would only go with a quarter cup of the sugar in this mixture. So now in another bowl, I'm making my pumpkin spice. I've got some canned pumpkin, and you want to make sure that you're using just pumpkin and not pumpkin pie mix. That's different. So canned pumpkin, about a quarter cup of brown sugar, and about a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and a little splash of vanilla, like half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just mixing that up with a fork, just so that it's all mixed together, and then I'm going to set that aside with my cream cheese mixture. I'm just going to set it to the side. And now, this is optional, but I think it just makes the whole Danish. I'm making a little icing to go on top, just a thin powdered sugar icing. So it's powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and about 2 tablespoons of milk. I used almond milk. You can use regular milk, almond milk, oat milk, any milk you have. You could even use water if you wanted to. So I'm just mixing that up, and then I'm going to put it in a squeeze bottle and set that to the side. So now I'm preparing my puff pastry. I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did in the other video. I'm getting my puff pastry out. It needs to be completely thawed. If you try to make this with your puff pastry frozen, it will rip. Like, the puff pastry will rip. And you want to be really gentle with your puff pastry. It's pretty delicate. And I'm using just frozen puff pastry from the store. I refuse to make my own puff pastry. I don't think that's necessary when you can get a box that has 2 sheets in it for like $3 at the store. So I'm just rolling it out just a little bit. And then I'm going to cut these into 6 rectangles. You want to do this as evenly as possible. I don't do a very good job of that in this video, but you do want to try to make it as even as possible. So now I am cutting those long rectangles into 2, making 6 rectangles. I am going to take my knife and I'm going to score a smaller rectangle inside the bigger rectangle. Lots of rectangles. And I'm not cutting all the way through, I'm just scoring the top. This is going to help keep the puff pastry from puffing up in the middle. You really only want it to puff up on the outside so it creates like a little well for the cream cheese and the puff pastry, or the pumpkin spice mix. And so this is gonna help with that. It's not totally necessary. You could probably skip this step if you wanted to, but it's also a little guide of where you're gonna put everything. Now I'm taking a fork and I'm just poking little holes in the middle of that rectangle that we scored. And these are just vent holes. This is just another way to help keep the center from puffing up. It's another added level of, anti-puff in the puff pastry. So now I'm adding some egg wash. I just added egg wash to the whole top. You don't have to put it all on the entire thing. You could just put it on the outsides. I just did it on the whole thing just because I felt like it was easier. Now I'm putting on my cream cheese mixture. I'm doing cream cheese first, then I'm going to do pumpkin spice. And when you're putting the cream cheese on, you want to go a little bit lighter on the cream cheese because you're going to be putting additional stuff on top. You don't want it to be too heavy for the puff pastry to puff. So I would go a little lighter on the cream cheese. Okay, so now that I have my cream cheese mixture on, I am just spooning a little bit of this pumpkin pie spice pumpkin mixture on top. It's about a tablespoon, and I'm just putting that right in the center. And then I'm putting this on my baking sheet, and we're gonna put it in the oven. It bakes at 425 for about 10 minutes, but every oven is different, so you wanna keep an eye on this. Then I put it on a plate and I drizzled some of that icing on top. And then if you have any nuts or anything like that you want to add on top, you can. We just so happen to have some pumpkin spice almonds from Trader Joe's. And there it is. My husband said it was absolutely delicious. So it looks really yummy. If you want to see more recipes, be sure to check out Loaves and Dishes, and thanks for watching.